The drums had already started beating that morning, loud and full of excitement, echoing across the community. The air smelled of roasted yams and spicy soup, and the market women had doubled their goods, expecting visitors. Everyone knew today was the day, the wedding of Amara, the chief's only daughter. She had always dreamed of this moment, speaking of it since she was a child. "My wedding will be the biggest this village has ever seen," she would say, her eyes bright with pride. And why wouldn't it be? She was beautiful, with skin like fresh palm oil and a smile that made men foolish. Her father was wealthy, and her groom, Obina, was a respected young trader. It was supposed to be perfect. But the elders always say, when a goat boasts about the size of its stomach, the gods will test it with a feast. The first sign came early. The sky, once clear and blue, grew thick with dark clouds. The old women muttered, shaking their heads, but the wedding went on. Amara's family had spent too much to stop now. The village square was decorated with fine fabrics, and the feast was ready. Drummers, dancers, and singers had come from far away to perform. Then came the second sign. The groom's family arrived late. And when they finally walked in, their faces were tight with something unspoken. I noticed how Obina avoided meeting anyone's eyes. His best friend, Michael, stayed close, whispering something to him every few seconds. The air felt wrong, but Amara stood tall, smiling as though she had not noticed. When the time came for the vows, the priest stood before them, raising his hands to the sky. "Do you, Obina, take Amara to be your wife?" Silence. Obina's hands trembled. He looked at Amara, then at his friend Michael, then at the ground. The village held its breath. "Obina," the priest said again, "do you take Amara as your wife?" Obina opened his mouth, then closed it. And then, just when the tension had turned the air to stone, a woman stepped forward from the crowd. A woman carrying a baby. The murmur spread like fire. People gasped. Some women grabbed their chests as if the words had struck them. "Obina cannot marry her," the woman said, her voice strong. "Because he is already married. And this is his son." Amara did not move. Her mother reached for her, but she shook her off. Her father's face turned red with anger, his hand gripping his staff so tightly I thought it would break. Obina finally spoke, his voice weak. "Amara, I slap." The sound of her palm meeting his face echoed louder than the drums. The baby in the woman's arms began to cry. Amara turned without a word and walked away. Her fine wedding dress dragged in the dirt behind her. That was the day our community saw the biggest wedding that never happened. And nobody forgot it.